Halakha says that if a person is having Seudat HaMafseket, when is a person obligated to stop eating? When does a person have to stop his Seudat HaMafseket? So min adin min Torah, right? The person is hayab to fast on the 10th, which would start technically at Shki'ah, starting from Shki'ah time and onwards. Shki'ah is at 6:34. So in that case, since the Torah says the fast is on the 10th, so you're supposed to fast starting from the 10th, which is at Shki'ah time. However, there's a mitzvah from the Torah also, which is Mosif Mehol ala Kodesh. Besides the regular mitzvah again, of course, the fasting on Yom Kippur, there's a mitzvah to add to the Kodesh, to that which is holy, which is the 10th, from that which is holy. So therefore there's a mitzvah to add from the 9th onto the 10th and make it holy also and make it part of the fast. Now obviously, how much does this Hosafah have to be? So each person has to make his own decision. The Hosafah is not an exact amount. There's no shi'ur exactly, you must add this amount. Each person can do what they could. So let's say on Friday afternoon for Shabbat, we also mosif. We mosif mehol ala kodesh. So on Friday, the minhag, the custom is that we light the candles 18 minutes prior to Sheki'at HaHamah. Again, does that mean you mekabel Shabbat with that? Not necessarily. It's up to you. Again, if you could, you should stop working 18 minutes prior. That means as soon as it's time for candle lighting, a person should stop. But is he hayab to stop doing any work? And the answer is no, because Hosafah doesn't have to be necessarily 18 minutes. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 4 minutes. And therefore, a person is allowed to continue to do melacha up until, let's say, 4 minutes prior to Sheki'at HaHamah. So too goes with the fast. The fast starts a few minutes earlier than Sheki'at HaHamah. So Sheki'ah is at 6:34. A person should stop eating, stop doing any kind of melacha a few minutes earlier. How much earlier? Minimum, it should be something like 4 or 5 minutes. So a minimum of 6:30 is the latest that a person should be eating or doing any kind of melacha. However, of course, there's no maximum. So if a person wants to add 18 minutes, 20 minutes, you can always add as much as you can. However, a person doesn't have to add more than that. So therefore, 4 or 5 minutes is more than enough. The din of Hosafah. The Hosafah, by the way, doesn't only apply prior to the fast, it also applies after the fast. That's why we try to always be me'ahet Shabbat. We always try to go after the Zman. We always try to go after Yom Kippur. We don't go exactly to the minute. Rather, we add a few extra minutes at the end. Again, that's also considered Mosif Mehol Hala Kodesh. In regards to the other inuyim, that means besides the eating part, there's other things that you're not allowed to do. For example, wearing leather shoes, right? A person's not allowed to wear leather shoes, so a person should change his shoes prior to this time also. All the inuyim, all the 5 things, washing your hands, and anything else that you're not allowed to do on Yom Kippur should start a few minutes earlier than, of course, Sheki'ah. Now, in regards to how much a person has to do afterwards, again, we usually do, let's say, 40 minutes. Some people do 50 minutes. Person does not have to do more than that. So let's say a person is accustomed to doing 50 minutes. So you could do on Yom Kippur the same amount, 50 minutes, and that's considered you now mosif. Also, from Hol to Kodesh, you add a time, and right after that, immediately a person is allowed to eat after Yom Kippur.